There we go. And I'll ring my bowl to signal the beginning of our class. And so once you arrive on your mat, just make yourself completely comfortable. Just take a nice, deep, cleansing breath in through your nose and out through your mouth as you completely release and relax, knowing that you're fully supported by the earth. There's nothing for you to do right now but be in this moment. So just notice how you're feeling as we begin, perhaps scanning from head to toe quickly, and just make note of how you're feeling. Notice how your body is feeling. Notice how your mind is feeling. And know during these busy times that we all feel a little stress. It can be happy stress, it can be anxious stress, but it's a little stressful. So nurture body, mind, and spirit today and throughout this holiday time as we approach the new year. I hope we're all kind of hopeful for a better new year. And I think I have great hope that it's going to be a better new year. Good things are coming. So just put a little smile on your face. And when we bring positive thoughts to mind, even if we don't feel too positive, sometimes it helps change our mood. And we know that physical activity helps change our mood too. So for the better. So all good here. So just begin to turn to your breath, just noticing it as if you were an observer. Just as you inhale, perhaps you feel cool air moving through your nasal passages. Maybe you feel it in the back of your throat or in your chest or maybe even in your belly. And as you exhale, perhaps you notice that the air has been warmed by your body. So your body knows how to breathe. So nothing for you to do but just tune in to the breath and see if you can stay with the breath, just following it all the way in and all the way out. And when the mind begins to wander and starts to think, just say to yourself, thinking, you're just acknowledging your thoughts and then returning again to your breath, just watching the breath. So our focus or theme this morning is going to be on finding comfort and joy. So finding comfort in your home, perhaps in the warmth of your home or in the food that you make or any place that you can find comfort, looking at pictures of your family if you're not able to be with them, and finding joy in the small moments. It doesn't have to be a big celebration. We can be joyful just in small moments. So trying to not put too much pressure on ourselves. So finding comfort even with a warm blanket or a bubble bath or anything that brings you comfort and joy. So perhaps bringing to mind one or two things that make you feel that way. And so We'll begin as we always do by floating our arms up over our heads and just stretching out through our fingertips and down through our body and out through our toes. And just notice how your body is feeling again. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you exhale, relax the back body onto the mat. And just feel the weight of the body on the mat. Feel the temperature in your room. And then we'll stretch out again through our fingertips, really reaching, walking our shoulders up towards our ears, stretching, feeling that nice stretch, and then down through our body and out through our toes. And just again, take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth as you release and relax. And then we'll float our arms down by our sides and bend our legs, placing the soles of our feet on the mat about hip width apart. And if you happen to have your block nearby, you can reach and get it and place a block between your knees, which will help you keep your knees hip width apart. And I would use the shortest side. And if you don't have a block, not a problem. So walking your heels up towards your bottom, pressing into the palms of your hands, into the soles of your feet, into the back of your shoulders and back of your upper arms. And we'll inhale and lift our hips up towards the sky. And see if you can just press into the soles of your feet a little bit and lift just a millimeter higher, squeezing your block with your knees if you have your block. And then slowly exhaling down, mindfully, just coming back down. And then on your next inhale, lift your hips up again. And you might roll back on your upper arms. So your upper arms come slightly below your back. It's kind of hard to explain, but you roll to the outer edges of your arms. And so your shoulder blades come closer together and it helps you get a little bit higher lift. And then we'll exhale down on our next exhale. And then on our next inhale, we'll do one more bridge, just lifting the hips up and really press into the soles of your feet, into the backs of your arms. And you can bend your arms so that your fingertips move towards the sky and you're just pressing into the elbows, kind of like goalposts or L shape with the hands, and just pressing into the soles of the feet. And then exhale slowly down and take your block out if you had a block. And once you come back down to the mat, bring your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. And then while the knees are in the air, let's just come into an air bicycle. So we'll pump our legs, kind of pedal our legs and our arms, just to bring a little bit of warmth to our bodies as we wake up today. And keep your breath going. Engage your core. And then as you're ready, bring the soles of your feet to the mat and we'll just windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Inhale to the center and exhale to the side. Our breath helps us move with ease. It makes things actually easier when we use our breath. We're more in a flow. So our breath is very important, obviously. Finding joy in the fact that we can breathe freely. And that we have clean air to breathe. And then the next time your knees come up to center, send your right leg out long and bring your left knee in towards your chest. And on your exhales, just draw your knee in towards you. And try to use the thigh, that left thigh, to do most of the work so that you're not bringing undue tension to your neck and shoulders. And you might move the ankle, that left ankle, in some circles if you'd like. And as you're ready, bring that left knee out wide and continue with your circles and reverse your direction with the little circles at some point. Check in with your facial muscles and your shoulders and your upper arms and just relax. Perhaps even finding comfort and joy in these little movements that we're doing. Just nurturing our bodies, nurturing our spirit. Bring the knee back up to center and send that left leg out long. Bring the right knee in towards your chest. On your exhalations, draw it in a little closer. Begin to make circles with your foot, to help your ankle joint. Relax your shoulders again. Relax your facial muscles. And then draw your knee out wide, continuing with your circles. And just noticing how that hip joint is feeling. And then return that knee to center. Place the sole of the foot on the mat. Bring the left foot up to meet. And we'll come into our Pilates 2 puffs. So we'll lift our head and shoulders off the mat, bring our left knee in towards our chest as we clasp in front of that shin. Send the right leg out long and hover it above the earth. And then squeeze the left knee in towards you as you puff out 2 times. And then switch. And we'll just listen to our bodies here, pointing through our toes of the extended leg. So for some nice lengthening, engaging our core, going as slowly or at whatever pace you'd like to go at. If your head and neck get tired, just bring them back to the earth for a little break and just continue. Audible puffs, building up a little heat. And when you finally come down, just float your arms up over your head to release your lower back. And once you arrive on your mat, once you lay back on your mat with your arms up overhead, bring the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to open like a book. And just take a few nice breaths here, Just focusing on the breath, feeling the breath on the inhale. Feel the cool air wash over you. And feel the relaxation on the nice long exhales. So take a couple of rounds of breath here. Just melt into your mat. And then floating your arms down by your sides, take your hands to the outside of the thighs and close the thighs like a book. And we'll make our way up to seated. And once you arrive in Sukhasana, just rock from side to side and feel your sit bones underneath you. And come into some nice, easy neck rolls. So dropping our chin to our chest, closing our eyes, just making some nice, slow circles with the head. Keep the breath flowing. And after you've done 3 or 4 circles, then reverse your direction. And do whatever your neck requires, whatever will help your head and neck feel good. Make small, gentle movements. You might consider coming to neutral and looking out over your back shoulder. Just mindfully making these movements. Look out over the other back shoulder. We'll come to neutral as you're ready. And we'll extend our right arm out, bring it up over our head, placing it on the left ear, and allow the head, the right ear, to drop to the right shoulder. And then you can walk the left fingertips away from you a little bit and feel a stretch on the left side of your neck. Just gentle. We're just using the right hand for a little weight, but we're not pulling on our neck, of course. And then release gently and take the left hand up over your head, place it on the right ear, drop the left ear to the left shoulder, and walk your right fingers away a little bit. Just keep the breath flowing. And release. And then we'll bring our shoulders up towards our ears on the inhale and drop them on the exhale. Inhaling the shoulders up, exhaling them down, just allowing them to fall naturally. Inhale them up, exhale them down. We'll bring our arms in front of us and make fists and make some nice circles with our wrists and hands. If you've been writing Christmas cards, and reverse your direction. Keep your breath flowing. And then we'll turn the left palm so that it's facing up towards the sky, and take the fingertips and just gently pull them towards us. Just get a little stretch in the left wrist. And then we'll do the right wrist. And then we'll go back to the left and have the fingertips pointing to the sky. And pull them back just gently. And then we'll flip the hand so the fingertips are pointing towards the earth. And then we'll go back to the right. And then flip the hands so the fingertips are pointing towards the earth. And then just make some circles. And then squeeze your fists. And then open them. And then squeeze. And open. And then shake the arms out. And then we'll take the left arm and bring it across the body. Just place your right forearm as a way to help bring the left arm towards you. And then switch. And release. Shake the shoulders out. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky and really stretch it up towards the sky. Pat your back by bending your arm. Take your right arm, palm, push the palm away and bring it around behind you. Bend the arm and then we'll walk the hands up towards each other. And no need, they don't have to touch, but we're just getting a nice stretch here. And then you can release, shake the shoulders out. And then we'll send the right arm up towards the sky, really reaching. Bring the left in front of you, palm facing away as you sweep the hand around. We'll drop, pat our back with the right arm, and then bend the left and kind of walk the fingertips towards each other. Okay, one arm you're going to find probably works a little better. It gets a little closer, and if you had a strap, you could always use a strap. Usually we do that when we're together because I have lots of straps, but no problem. We're getting a nice stretch anyway. And then we'll release that and we'll come into a seated twist now. So we'll bring our knees together and then send the kneecaps towards the left. And sit up nice and tall. Inhale your arms up, really stretch through your fingertips. And as you exhale, twist towards the front, the same direction that the knees are pointing in. And inhale, and as you exhale, twist a little bit more towards the back shoulder. So just use your breath to help you move with ease. So on each exhalation, see if you can twist just a little bit more towards that left shoulder. And try to press the right hip towards the earth. So you don't want to come, too far off. You want to be sitting with the hips grounded towards the earth. And before you twist back to the front, try looking over your right shoulder and see how that feels. So looking to the front, a little different feeling. And then inhale yourself back to center. Bring your knees together in front of you and switch so the kneecaps are pointing towards the right. Sit up nice and tall, nice tall spine. Inhale your arms up, gaze up at your fingertips, and as you exhale, twist to the right, so towards the knees. Sitting up nice and tall. On each exhalation, twist a tiny bit more with your head and shoulders towards the back shoulder. And only go as far as is comfortable. And now try looking over the left shoulder. And then return to the center. And we will make our way to our table. And once we arrive, we'll set ourselves up so that our wrists are underneath our shoulders and our fingers are spread nice and wide and our knees are under our hips. And then on an inhale, we'll drop our belly, gaze forward. And then on the next exhale, bring the belly button up towards the spine, push the floor away from you, rounding your back, chin to chest. And then drop the belly, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, press the floor away, chin to chest, rounding your back. Notice the flexibility of your spine. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, round your back. And then the next time you inhale, just bring yourself to a nice table. And then we're going to come to gate. So we'll bring the left hand towards the middle of the mat, pivot the left foot off the mat, send the right leg out long beside you, pressing into the sole of the right foot, and then inhale the right arm up towards the sky as you gaze up at your thumb. And we'll bring some lightness to our torso and come up off the mat and bring the right hand onto the right leg. And you can bring your arm up in a ballerina arm if you'd like. And then exhale, windmill the arms down. Inhale, bring yourself up again. Exhale, windmill your arms down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the stretch in that left side body. And then come down again. Bring both the right hand down to the mat, and we'll rainbow our hands around in front of us and over to the other side. Bring our right hand into the middle of the mat. Pivot the right foot off the mat. Send the left leg out long. And make sure that our wrists are underneath our shoulders. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky as you gaze at your thumb. And then inhale, come up. Bring your left hand to your leg. Ballerina, that right arm up. Feel that nice stretch. Windmill your arms back down. Come back up. Windmill your arms back down. We'll come up one more time. On your next inhale, come up. Feel that nice stretch. Windmill the arms down again. Then we can bring that left hand to the mat, bring that left knee in, and we'll come to the center of our mats. Curl your toes under and just sit back. I'll turn sideways and just sit back. So we're getting a little stretch in our toes, someplace we don't usually stretch. And if this doesn't feel good, of course, you can come down to the tops of your feet. But if you can just get that little stretch there. Then we'll come back to our table and we'll curl our toes under again as we send our hips up towards the sky. And we can bicycle or alternate bending our knees. And as you're ready, settle back towards your heels. Your heels don't have to touch the mat, but press the back of your thighs and the back of your calves towards the back or the short edge of your mat. And just take a few breaths here. And then we'll come forward to plank. And you can be in half plank if you'd like. Come back up to down dog. Come forward into plank again. Back up to down dog. And then walk your hands towards your feet. You can have a slight bend in your legs. And then we'll roll up slowly to Tadasana. And we'll rock from side to side. Feel the earth underneath our feet. And we all know Tadasana. We've practiced it quite a bit. So just come into your nicest Tadasana and then close your eyes and notice how you're feeling. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then flutter your eyes open. And if you have a block and would like to use it, we're going to come into Trikonasana or triangle. A block is not necessary, but if you happen to have one and want to use it. So we'll spread our feet, turn our left foot so that the toes are pointing to the short end of the mat. And in Trikonasana, your stance is a little shorter than the warrior poses. Usually, it feels a little better. If you look down at your feet, your front foot, you look at that front heel and trace it back, and you want it to meet the instep, the middle instep of the back foot. Okay, so kind of a perpendicular line. Inhale your arms up, and then exhale and reach forward. And so this is the pose where we want to stay as if we were between two panes of glass. So we don't want our bum sticking out. We want to try to imagine that we're between two panes of glass. And then we'll, on the exhale, slowly rotate our hand down towards our front leg. And if you're using a block, you can place it on the outer edge of your foot. You can place it in the highest level or the mid-level, and then float the right arm up, fingertips towards the sky, and gaze up at the fingertips if your neck allows. If not, just look forward. So we can stay just like this for a few breaths. If you'd like to try reverse triangle, what you do is you float the top arm down And we'll take the block to the instep side, and I put it up on the higher thing, the higher level. And then you inhale that left arm up, and you look kind of behind or to the left. So this is reverse triangle, and it's, a little challenging. But you can be right in regular triangle if you would like. And then we'll inhale ourselves back up to center, turn our feet so that they're parallel, and then bring our heels in, frame our face with our hands, so our hands in like a goal post. Inhale, and then as you exhale, sink down into goddess. We want to push our knees away from the midline. And do a little pelvic tilt. That seems to help the lower back, kind of sinking the tailbone towards the earth. Relax the shoulders. A little pelvic tilt helps. And then straighten the legs, bring the arms down, turn the right foot towards the short end of the mat. Again, look at your feet. That front right heel should be right. If you drew a line, draw it to the center of the back instep. And then inhale the arms up, parallel to the earth, and begin to reach forward with that front arm, reaching, reaching, reaching. Have your block nearby if you used it last time on the outer edge of your baby toe side. And then as you're ready, rotate the hand down and rotate the top hand up as you gaze up at that left thumb, if your neck allows. And if you wanted to try reverse triangle, so you can stay just as you are here. And if you want to try reverse triangle, you can bring, if you're using a block, bring it to the higher point, and then bring that top hand down to the block, and then take the right hand off and look to your right as you bring the right arm up. So it's like a twist. And like I said, a little more challenging. But you can stay right in regular triangle. And as you're ready, you can lift the torso up, bring the feet parallel, move your block off to the side, and then we'll heel toe our feet together. And then we'll inhale our arms up, interlace the fingers as you make a steeple with your index fingers. So we're inhaled, and as we exhale, we'll bend to the side. Feel a nice stretch in the left side as you bend to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale to center. Do a slight back bend, so send the hips towards the front of the room. As you drop your head back, come to the center. Turn the palms away. Inhale, and as you exhale, float forward. Have a slight bend in your legs. Bring your hands to the mat. Come down to your knees. We'll come to our bellies for a moment. So bring the hands on either side of the face. So frame the face with the hands and bring your forehead down to the mat. Notice where your shoulders are. So consciously walk the shoulders down away from your ears. Press the tops of your feet and your pubic bone and press into your elbows. And on your next inhalation, lift your head and shoulders up off the mat. And we're just gazing in front, slightly in front of our mat, squeezing our glutes. And then exhaling our forehead down to the mat. Take a breath here. And on your next inhalation, press into the pubic bone and the soles of the tops of the feet and the hands and the elbows. Notice where your shoulders are, away from your ears. Exhale down. Take a breath here. And on your next inhalation, we'll come up with the head and shoulders again. Squeezing our glutes. So Sphinx pose. You can see why this is called Sphinx. And then exhale down. Taking a breath or two here. And as you're ready, making your way to your back. And once you arrive, bend your legs, placing the soles of your feet on the mat. And then we'll come into a nice, easy bridge. So walking the heels up towards our bottoms. On your next inhale, lift your hips up. Just a nice, gentle bridge. And then exhale down. We'll just do this one more time. So on your next inhale, lift your hips up as you press into the soles of your feet, into the back of your shoulders. And then exhale down. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. And then place your hands on your kneecaps and we'll just massage our backs, finding some comfort. Massage the back by making some small circles, gradually allowing your circles to get bigger and bigger, massaging all the way up the back to the shoulders. Allow your breath to flow. And in your own time, reverse your circles. And just massage the area in your back that really needs it. And as you're ready, bring the soles of your feet to the mat and either allow the knees to support one another and stay in this posture or this pose, or send your legs out long, spreading your feet wide on your mat, allowing the toes to point away from the midline. Move the arms out away from your body. Allow the palms to face up towards the sky. Notice the back body resting on the mat. The weight of the body, feel that weight. Feel the support of the earth. And on each exhalation, allow yourself to release. And just bring to mind one or two things that help you find comfort and make you feel joy. Just the smallest things sometimes bring us the most comfort and the most joy. It doesn't have to be anything huge and momentous. Finding joy in just everyday moments and just thoughts about, perhaps other Christmases where we were together. It can be a little sad, but it can be also a comfort and a nice feeling knowing that you shared these fun moments with your family and friends, and that we'll be doing that again soon. And then turn to your breath and just take a few more nice cleansing breaths and long exhales, nice long exhalations. And bring a smile to your face and know that better times are ahead. And now I'll ring my bowl. And I invite you to join me in Anjali Mudra. You can stay in Shavasana or you can come to seated, whatever is comfortable. But if you're relaxed, stay in Shavasana. So may you slow down and find comfort and joy through the holidays and into the new year. In the stillness, just slow down. Namaste.